This is the first negative review that I've done on this channel, and I do it with reluctance. Partly because the things I have to say about this album could be said about a great many industrial albums, and partly because there are at least a few things that I genuinely like about this album. If you're a fan of the sort of cookie-cutter, Frontline Assembly, Hosako, Agrotech sound, then you may like this album. But the problem that I have with it is that it just doesn't really stand out all that much from other albums of its genre. There's so many Agrotech bands that sound so similar that it is literally difficult to tell one from the other. I usually give Frontline Assembly a pass on that because they pioneered the genre, but I really don't have much interest in listening to a million other bands that all sound exactly the same, even though I do like Agrotech as a genre in general. The only way that these guys really stand out, and it's really only in a very small way, is that while the vocals are very dark and stereotypically industrial sounding, the music behind it is actually pretty upbeat. And musically it's not too bad. Not particularly original, but not too bad. But the dude's vocals just sound a little bit too Linkin Park for me. And the melodies have this very sort of sophomoric, almost Simple Plan-esque kind of sound to them, which is very off-putting. Plus the lyrics are kind of cheesy. You can kind of predict this from the album art as well. It looks kinda nice, but it's certainly nothing we haven't seen before, and it doesn't look like there was an insane amount of thought put into it. And that's my impression of the album as a whole. If I had to pick a few passable tracks, I'd say that Hit the Streets isn't too bad, The Little Death isn't bad, and the title track that comes at the end seems to be the only one that breaks the string of monotony that makes up the rest of the album. The title track at the end is almost good. It's just piano and vocals, and it's sort of a refreshing break from the monotony of the rest of the album. But if you're gonna do a song that's just piano and vocals, you'd better be a really good singer, and this guy is not that great a singer. Maybe if they had a little bit more of a demanding producer, the vocals could have been cleaned up a bit. I don't know, but maybe this could have been a decent song. The only other good thing that I can say about this album really is that the video for the song Inhuman is not too bad. It's kind of enjoyable, even though the song is rather bland. The worst song on the album is Filthy Design. It's just so annoying to listen to. So I don't know, listen to a few tracks, see if you like it. You will probably be able to tell what you're gonna think about the whole album from listening to one or two songs. So overall I give this album a rating of meh. Meh.